Nanika Jo Howard and her family roughed out the floods in the upstairs of their duplex in Greenville.
We call police, fire, army, everybody. Nobody never come. And then went on the TV lying, saying, yes, people was there. Army come and say they're not going in that current. My brother had to rescue. He and my stepfather and two other fellows who not even living in here come to help people. A woman was on a double decker with she 3 children bawling for help, and we had to navigate them. Came on swimming.
She's angry that officials never came, but praises a volunteer rescue crew on a rubber dinghy which extracted scores of persons crouched in the safety of the ceilings of their flooded houses. Roger Ransom tells us the water pressure against his doors trapped him inside. He spent the last few hours of captivity crouched between these cupboards and the roof.
Immediately I wondered if this was going to be it, in the sense that nobody could help me. I could see the water on the glass, and I can't swim, no exit, nobody to help me, and the only way was up.
At about 8:30 p.m. on Friday, Roger placed a distress call to his friend Damien, who doesn't live in Greenville. It would take Damien and 2 other friends from the regiment 4 hours to get to Roger.
We got some rope, and we got like kegs, empty kegs, to use as flotational devices. We tied that with rope.
Their attempts were nothing for the force of nature.
The current was so strong, it started pushing us all the way down that way. So what I had to do, I let go of the keg, and I ended up bracing on somebody's fence.
Along the way, they would meet 2 other men, also servicemen, in a dinghy and started to move as a unit.
We were just hitting bumps, and when we hit, we realized it's vehicles.
All he recalls is a sea of water with triangular roofs peeping out.
You couldn't hear people actually calling out. All you're hearing is boop, boop, boop.
They got to Roger first, others after.
There was a lady about 3 houses away. She started bawling. And then when we came close with the raft, we saw her floating on the couch.
The groups of off-duty servicemen rescued about 40 persons in all.
Well, we had, as you said, an amputated lady and a few others, so much. And then we had a guy with 3 children, his 5-year-old, 8-year-old, 18-year-old.
He's talking about Anthony Ragu, who tells us he spent 12 horrific hours before being rescued by the Good Samaritans.
They say we always be pong, they come and they hear where we was, they cut open the roof with a cutlass, just see us there. They say, well, mister, we open the roof in case anything the water come high or come up on top, but we cannot take all because the current too high.
So they waited and waited to be rescued by some first responder, but it would be the same Good Samaritans to rescue the family.
The same dinghy come up on the roof there and bring out my 3 children, 6 years, 10 and 13, crying, and bring them out in the boat.
The truck driver also was a volunteer shuttling people to higher ground where the Coast Guards and officials were waiting.
And a set of military people, everybody outside it, nobody inside. And when you hear the news, we was there, and we come, and we sent people, and it had helicopters where I was on the roof. The 3 train was there, where it had helicopters. All they do is lie, lie, lie.
They call the rhetoric of government officials a slap in their faces.
I could tell you story of the horror 12 hours with my 3 kids in that ceiling. And these lying people come out and say, they were there at 12 o'clock, we was there, it had helicopter, it had boats coming in, where? Ask these village people, where?
One soldier on the rubber dinghy isn't allowed to speak on camera.
We heard there was a lady with a wheelchair, she had no foot. She came out, we take her out, and there was a truck assisting us. And only when we come here just now, today, we hear that the lady who took out the first lady with the wheelchair, she died.
Without knowing what her actual cause of death was, the residents say it took a further 4 hours to reach the nearest shelter. As evening is about to step in and the rains threaten menacingly, while residents, volunteers and also the regional corporation, they all try to chip in to aid in the cleanup efforts. Now, the residents tell us that the worst may be over, but there's still a long way to go.